Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently saw Rise of Skywalker, and for those of you who know me quite well, you are aware that I am a Warzy, a Trekkie, and a Whovian. And I did enjoy Rise of Skywalker quite a bit. However, I had some slight nags about it. I did cry. I will admit to crying. I thought it was visually appealing. Thought it had good humor. I enjoyed that. I loved the characters. We got to see some old school characters that I really enjoy. It was lighthearted. There were some moments that were very tragic. There were some moments that were downright dark in this particular one. And I thought Revenge of the Sith was dark, which actually Revenge of the Sith is one of my absolute favorites. Unless you count original trilogy, which Empire Strikes Back was always one of my total favorites, because it just seemed like a great bookend. But now that the whole saga is complete, I can say, yeah, I can understand why that would segue into Last Jedi. And then, of course, I really love Last Jedi. I thought that it was brilliant. But I have to say that Rise of Skywalker was a good film. I loved it, except for a few things that kind of made me upset. But as a Warzy, I really didn't get too terribly upset about it. I thought it was beautifully done. I liked the storytelling, and I felt that everything was tied together nicely. However, with the ending, to me, it really didn't feel like an ending. Don't get me wrong. It just didn't, especially with another character, a classic character that they brought back, and I thought, I wonder, they could do something with that character and have a spin-off with him, or they could have a spin-off with another character I like quite a bit, who tends to be a bit a diamond in the rough character, a little bit contemptuous, hard-headed, impulsive. We all know who I'm talking about, but I thought, because they introduced another character that she doesn't have very many lines, but she's incredible, and I loved her. We never see her face, but I thought, oh, she's cool. I mean, why don't we get to see more of her? But she was just a side character. I'm thinking she was a bounty hunter, and I like bounty hunters. They're interesting to me. They're more of the vigilante type. That's why I love Mandalorian, because Mandalorian was of that same ilk and was just a spaghetti opera in space, and it was awesome and completely magnificent in its writing. Rise of Skywalker, I thought, was well written, well executed, beautiful to look at. Music was stupendous. It's interesting that Carrie Fisher actually filmed this film before she died, and I think it's telling too, because with what happened with Princess Leia, I'm not going to say what happened to her character, but it actually made me cry. I thought, oh my God, she knew what was going to happen in reality. And it's funny how art sometimes mirrors reality. Just saying, that's kind of a spoiler if you know, but hopefully I didn't give too much away. But as far as the film is concerned, I almost give it a perfect score, which would be 4 out of 5. It doesn't get a perfect score off the board just because, like I said, I have incident with a few nags that I will not divulge just due to the fact that it would ruin plot points that I would much rather not uncover for the Warzy who hasn't seen it yet. And of course, being May the 4th, notice my Leia buns, I feel that it's appropriate that Disney Streaming released it as when it did. I had the original collection of all 8 films, but of course when I moved I had to get rid of them, which really made me upset. So I'm hoping I can get them back because it's definitely part of a collection I want to keep. Same thing with Lord of the Rings. Or eventually I want to get the Hobbit trilogy, although I just feel like the Hobbit trilogy was milking a cash cow, but yeah, I'm not going to get into that. But I do love LOTR, The Hobbit, equally, even though I feel like The Hobbit is the superior film. Needless to say, I really liked Rise of Skywalker. I thought it was beautiful. It wasn't The Last Jedi, but I really, really, really liked that film because I just feel like visually it's beautiful, and of course you get to meet all these interesting characters, and of course a lot of people think that the Porg are annoying. I don't. I think that they are cute as buttons, and I want to adopt one and keep it forever and cuddle it and kiss it and call it George and keep it as my little pet. Just because I'm a sucker for all things furry. I really don't have that much else to say about Rise of Skywalker, other than it definitely gets 2 thumbs up for me, just because, like I said, nostalgia. Seeing 3PO again just made my day. There's something funny that happens with him that I enjoyed. Luckily, it was short-lived. I thought, oh God, if he continues to have this problem, then he's going to be really annoying. And thankfully, no, they knew that was going to be an issue, so luckily they corrected that. I thought, oh good, you now know. Yeah. And it was ironic, I thought, because it had something to do with R2-D2, and I'm not going to say what it was, but I thought, oh yeah. It made me giggle. But it was that, I think the whole running gag with this one was never underestimate a droid, which is true, and yeah, we've seen that many times before, especially in Mandalorian. I can't really think of anything else that I can talk about considering Rise of Skywalker, but I did enjoy it, and the ending just didn't really feel like an ending to me. It felt like it was leaving it open-ended, and I thought, even though